because I'll tell you guys a story about what I did on the last squeeze in 2021 regarding puts as well. So, yeah, pretty crazy here. Tesla's up okay. We had a big spike down in the market this morning on PPI, I believe. We drove Powell 30 minutes after the open, so it kind of makes me want to just watch GameStop. I feel like the other stocks may chop up. GameStop really isn't going to be affected by the overall market whatsoever. It's simply just going to be what money is flowing what way. So we'll see what happens. I was thinking that sucks. So I'm gonna wait again, like maybe 2 more minutes here that I want to get into this stuff because I got a lot to say. What's up, everybody? Twitter, YouTube, Twitch. You guys can ask questions as well. This is going to be madness this morning. So I want to try to get a lot of what I'm going to be looking at and talking about pre-market here is going to be GameStop because I want to just put every scenario out there in front of you guys, just so you know what the chances of things happening. Plug, okay. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and just get started here on most of this. So obviously we know GameStop is up a ton, right? Of course, I'm sure some of you wish that you bought and held overnight. It is what it is. The problem is right now, a lot of, the news is going to hit. A lot of people that are in the trading world are going to see this on the news and they're going to want to try to get involved. And that's kind of what big money guys want to do. Every squeeze is different. But what happened last time? Well, Robinhood shut off buying. So no one could buy the stock. You can only sell it, which caused this to be manipulated back down because most people, right, most everyday people use Robinhood. So they got screwed. A lot of other brokerages did that as well. So that's kind of why I'm like, well, right, you could buy and sell options. That was all fine. I know a lot of you are wanting to buy this off the open. Yes, look, of course, maybe it could go to 100, maybe it can go to $150, but it could also get rug pulled. I want to show you guys what happened back in 2021 here on a daily chart, just so you know why I want you guys to be very careful. So back in this crazy squeeze here, right? It started to run a little bit. And then we got the big gap up, which is probably what today is going to be, right? Big gap up from 37 all the way up to 85-ish, right? Well, what happened this day? Well, we opened up around 88 and we fell all the way down to 62. Still closed up pretty high. The next day was the crazy day, and that's where the manipulation started to happen. We opened up at 66, hit a high of 120. So that's already a 100% move in that day. But we hit a low of $28. So there's going to be some crazy volatility. There's going to be some rug pulls in this. Big money is obviously getting hurt again. So what can they do? What can they do to manipulate this? What could they do to trap a bunch of retail guys like us? I don't want y'all to be involved in that. If y'all want to gamble some money away, just be well aware that you can lose 50%, 80%, 100% of your money very quickly. Another thing that I want to talk about, buying puts. A lot of y'all are like, okay, well, I want to buy 2-week out puts. The problem with that is IV is very high, right? So the contracts are inflated, to an extreme amount. We were at 500% IV. They may be 800, 900, 1,000% this morning. I don't really know until the market opens. So what does that mean, right? Just like on earnings, even if the stock goes in the right way, but the IV crush happens, you're going to lose money. Same thing with the squeeze like this. If you buy puts up here, and GameStop falls quickly, okay, then you can make some money. If GameStop slowly moves down, right, IV is going to collapse. So your contract's going to lose value regardless if the stock goes down or up. So is there a chance to make money? Sure, if there's a quick move down. If this slowly starts moving back down, the contracts, the IV is going to crush very quickly and your puts are going to lose value very fast. Right. So that's my only issue with, you guys that are wanting to buy puts. I think the idea is right, but the safe play is to short it. However, you're also putting yourself in the line of fire for this to squeeze even more than, when you short something, you have unlimited loss. If you buy something, it can only go to zero, right? If I short something, GameStop could go to 1,000, then you owe the brokerage money. You don't want to be in that position. So, please don't get dragged into all this like FOMO, all this drama. It's very dangerous. Okay. For y'all that held overnight, happy for you. I would suggest probably taking your money and running. Does this have a chance to go to 100 today? Yes. That's kind of what I'm looking for. Do I, I might day trade this. I don't know yet. But off the open is going to be pretty crazy. And I told you guys yesterday, the pre-market move is where the squeeze is, and that's what we're seeing. That's because a lot of people are getting hurt overnight. They didn't have to cover, like the big banks and stuff like that. Could this just fall off a cliff right off the open and die? Yes. But like we saw in the last squeeze, it's kind of a 3-day event. So yesterday was day 1. Today is kind of day 2. And then tomorrow would be day 3. So maybe today is like that last push. Maybe this goes for 5 days, right? I mean, it's not going to be exact to what things happen last squeeze, right? I don't know what kind of manipulation tactics the big money guys are doing, right? Because at the end of the day, they got to protect them, right? They're too big to fail. They're going to do anything they can to make sure that Steve Cohen and Ken Griffin aren't going to lose a ton of money. They're probably already down billions of dollars, so they want to protect them. Can they do it again? I don't know, right? Robinhood got a lot of a lot of people were mad at Robinhood because of what they did, right? Because they basically just screwed over a lot of the people, everyday people in Robinhood. But you also got to think, people that held for this long may be looking to take profits, or they might just be those diamond hand people. So we don't really know what's going to happen. AMC is up as well, but I'm going to focus on GameStop. So I don't know, guys. I just want you to be very careful. Don't do anything stupid. I mean, yes, of course, this has a chance to go higher. Of course it does. It also has a chance to go down to $20 a share today. We don't know. So if you swung, my advice is take money, take your money and run. I'm going to be watching that $80 level for pre-market. This $80 level is what we've tested a few times. Let me just back out a little bit further here, so you can see it again. Obviously, crazy squeeze, right? So we're up in here. We're up in this $80 level now. Look where we rejected the last 2 times. Around 85, or, right under 90 is where we got the squeeze, and it fell all the way back down. So, I mean, this looks very similar to this squeeze kind of right after the fact. Came back into $10 a share, ripped all the way up to 90, then died. So don't think this is going to be like a week-long thing or, 2-week-long thing. This is probably the last day this is going to happen. Maybe tomorrow there could be a move. I don't know. So I'm not really going to look at anything else other than GameStop for at least the first 30 minutes because Powell is going to be talking here at 10 o'clock Eastern. So I suspect that most of my normal stocks are going to be pretty stagnant. So I'm just going to watch this. We're going to see what happens here. There might be a dip off the open. There might be a rip off the open. I don't know. But my advice is don't try to get in that quick off the open. Every contract is going to be in the money right now. There are no out of the money contracts. 57 is the highest strike. So as long as we're above 57, every contract is going to be in the money. So keep that in mind. But, again, just please, please, please be careful. And we'll see what happens, guys. Any questions on that? Any other tickers? We got about a minute here until the open. This is craziness. So I'm sure Reddit's up. I know AMC is up. I know BlackBerry's up. Yeah, Reddit's only up about $4. BlackBerry is up, maybe 20, 30%. Nokia up a little bit. AMC is obviously up pretty huge here, over 100%. So again, don't get sucked into the drama. This is absolutely crazy. So I don't want you guys to think anything different. We've been Redditing since 4041. Nice, Jay. Here we go. We got about 10 seconds here to open. Markets open. GameStop seems to be kind of just chilling out here. Contracts aren't even updated. They may have already halted it. Here we go. We're open. IV 512%. They haven't really updated yet. We could already be halted here on GameStop. So I expect a lot of halts this morning. Yeah, we're already halted. Let's see here. 80 is the high. IV is only 147% now, so IV came down a lot. Yeah, I mean, well, CoLamp, the reason that there's a lot of buys is people are covering, right? So guys that are short are having to cover. Surprised IV dropped that much. So, I mean, I'll look around at other things here for now. AMC is halted as well. Tesla's ripping. Google's ripping a little bit. Meta. Google has that all-time high. Pretty close. I think. Well, 81, I guess. So I don't know if I'm going to be really paying attention to that super closely here. So we could have about 10 minutes to wait here. But again, we have Powell in about 30 minutes. So please be careful. Yeah. Latvian, there's only on that's just any platform. 57 is that's why I marked this off here. Any price above 57, there's no more contracts. They're going to have to write more. But again, after this morning, that's where it's really going to hit the news. A lot of people that aren't really involved in the markets on a day-to-day basis, they probably didn't see GameStop going yesterday, maybe a few of them. But now that we're really, really moving here, it's probably going to bring a lot of retail guys in. So could that make the stock go higher? Yes, of course. Is it where big money guys can come in and just stomp this down and try to save their money? Yeah, that too. Plug, what's going on with Plug? Big squeeze on Plug. About $3 up to $5. That's halted as well. I know it's not. Let's see, we got 2 minutes here into that 5-minute mark, so maybe they'll unhalt it there. I expect a lot of halts here on GameStop. Got about 1:30 here now. Tesla's ripping. I'll be interested in Tesla above 180. Just got to be patient here. Would love to see a new high on this, but I wouldn't be surprised for some sort of like dip and rip. So the thing is with GameStop is like I just talked about, there's only the 57 strike is the highest strike price you can get. I didn't see what those are at. The 34 calls, which I was watching yesterday, they closed about $565 a contract, and they're at 2,800. Yeah, AMC and GameStop are going to halt together. I don't want to see a big gap down on this. So I'd like to see it hold 60 and probably get a move higher here. Just please be careful. If you want to get involved in this stuff, Plug just fell off a cliff. Looks like they may have halted that as well. But, this could be kind of a 2-3 day thing. So today is kind of day 2. So we'll see. Yeah, Bob, I need to mention that. Baba down on earnings. I would honestly probably think this is going to continue to the downside here. What was the other one? Home Depot was this morning. Both down. Not really trades that I would look to take. I mean, Baba's possibly one. Here we go. We're open. We just touched 57. Lots of selling. I think they just halted it again. Nope, not yet. Contracts are still moving. Look at times and sales, guys. This is unreal. Halted. Yeah, we're halted already again here. Down to 57. This is madness. You guys should pay attention to Twitter. I'm going to pull that up here. Just see what some people are saying. I wonder if that Roaring Kitty guy has said anything this morning. Nothing yet. His last post was 13 hours ago. Yeah, so already 2 halts here and we're only about 5 minutes into the day. A lot of profit taking here off the open. But again, being up over 100% already. That's going to put a lot of pressure on guys that are short. So that's kind of why we got the squeeze pre-market. I would like to see a squeeze during the market hours. So it's just a waiting game now. This is probably going to halt many, many more times today. So it's kind of hard to trade it. Tesla 178. But just keep in the back of your mind here, the big money guys are going to do whatever sort of manipulation they can to hold this back down. Lucid running this morning. Plug down to $4. Yeah, Lucid, pretty nice move. Did Neo move with it a little bit? Yeah, Tesla's up. AMC down as well. That's unhalted though. I would love to see a crazy rip on GameStop. I think that'll be fun. IV got crushed though, but I mean, it makes sense. These contracts are now all in the money. They're all very expensive, so they can't expect that much more of a move in it. Got about a minute and 10 seconds until the next 5-minute mark. Well, I guess while we're sitting here, this is stuff that we're going to be going over at the Trader's Paradise thing, guys. So for anyone that hasn't looked at that or doesn't know about it, even anyone that's not in the Discord, if you guys join, we're doing an in-person kind of boot camp event at the end of July, where we're going to be live trading in person. We're going to be doing lessons in person. And we're going to be at a really fancy hotel resort in Florida. Everything is paid for except for your plane ticket once you buy your ticket. So I mean, food is going to be taken care of, room is going to be taken care of once you buy that ticket. So the money's not just going into our pockets; it's going to actually pay for this trip. I'll be there live trading with you guys in person. So will the other analysts here at Penny Boys. Just kind of waiting here for GameStop. I'm sure any second here it should open again, unless they're going to do a 15-minute halt on this. They're doing this to kind of manipulate it, right? Other people are hurt. They don't want people to be able to buy this right now. So we just need a good 5-10 minutes of this to be unhalted. Jeremy Dennis, yeah. So there are options. They're just all in the money. When price is above 57, there's going to be no out of the money contracts yet. They're going to have to write some more, meaning they're going to have to just put out other contracts. Yesterday, the highest contract was 34, and around the end of the day, they started doing from 34 all the way up to 57. So we're now above that. Back open here, dropping. Let's see if they have another move now. I would love to see this go higher. They may have just halted it again. Nope, not yet. Down to $50 here. Times and sales is unbelievable, guys. We're seeing 1.5 million volume on this candle. It's the highest of the day. IV is ripping though, 600% IV now. 667. Still dropping though, under 50. I think they may have just halted this again. Yep, halted. So they're doing this so it's hard for people to buy. Like I said, they're making it as hard as possible for people to get in. They want to halt, right? The big money guys know when it's going to unhalt so they can start trying to get out of some positions. And then, they're not letting many people get in because there's not much time to get into the stock. So a lot of selling right now. So all it's going to take is just one little rip back up here, and it's going to put some more pressure on some people. Not much volume on these. Some people are buying the 57s and 55s. I really hope they don't manipulate this all the way down into 30, but they easily could. This is why I'm telling you, just please be careful. No reason to get into this. Let's just have fun and watch. Tesla rolled all the way back over. A lot of chop here on the market. We got about 15 minutes here. You guys got any questions for me? I mean, I'm just going to focus on this, I think, for now. Everything else isn't super appealing just because we do have Powell here in about 15 minutes. I want to see some madness here. I want to see this rip back up. I see a hot mic here. Volume on this is freaking crazy though, guys. I mean, that last candle had 2 million volume on a 1-minute candle. So 2,060,000 shares got transacted within that 1 minute of time. YouTube, Twitch, or Twitter, you guys can ask questions as well. I am looking at that. Come on, GameStop. Let's see something crazy. Let's make today fun. All right, any minute here. The halt was 8:41 or 8:46. I think any second here, they're probably going to open it unless they do a 15-minute halt. This has already dropped a good 15 bucks. I don't really want to see it go much lower. What do you mean when you say a halt? How's that happening? So basically, the market makers, air smell, just halt trading. So no one can get in, no one can get out. So the stock is just frozen until they unhalt it. Sorry, guys, I missed a lot of these triple ping. Is there another hot mic, or did I fix that? Looks like we're good. Here we go, unhalted. Come on, GameStop. Let's see some craziness here. IV 662%. I want to see a crazy reversal. It's just not able to move much. You just need some big guys to start covering. Back to 48.95. First green candle of the day. Are we halted? Nope, not yet. It's moving kind of slow. Contracts have lost a lot of value. IV 675% now. Nice little buy up here. I like the time we're getting right now. This will give some people a chance to get in. I just want to see a real bounce on this, like a real squeeze. See if we can get above 50. That should help this. About 50 cents away. 49.85 on the ask. AMC halted. Okay. Down to 45 here, so still dropping. Spread's getting a little wide. There we go. It's tightening up. Would like to see this start bouncing back up to above 50. That's kind of where I think things could get interesting. They haven't halted it, which is nice. Volume's still there. It's time for a real squeeze on this GameStop. Let's go. Trying to get above 50. Lots of buy orders coming in now. They may, nope, not halted yet. It's given time for people to get in here. I can't tell if they halted it yet. All right, it's halted again. Which is kind of weird. They didn't really move it that much. But they halted that on a green candle finally, so that's good. Ideally, we can gap up here on a halt and really get moving. Let's see if we can gap above 50. Tesla back to 77. That's good. Halt means it blew a circuit. I mean, yeah, kind of. That's one way to look at it. It's so volatile that the market makers and the exchanges just halt it for a second. But they're not doing that for retail sake. They're doing that more so to protect the big guys, because if they didn't halt this could be just ripping through 100. So AMC down to 9. So it looks like we got a quick dip on this. A lot of people definitely took profits, which I think is not surprising. So I do think that there's still a chance that this could get going today. But the halts is the reason for this kind of falling back down. It's making it much harder for people to get into the stock. And we just need to see halts that start gapping up. Once we see that, that's when shorts are going to get in a lot of trouble. And, it could be game over. All-time high on this is $120 a share. Some of y'all might be like, well, I thought it hit like near 500 last squeeze. Well, it did, but they split the stock 4 ways. So $120 is the all-time high here. So whenever we were at close to 80, I mean, that's a 50% move in the stock, but now we're at, 50. So that's, 125, 130, let's just call it 150% move, right? Back to all-time highs. So still a lot of ground to pick up. Looking at level 2 here, the bid is trying to pop above 50. So that could signify a gap up here after this halt, but just got to be careful here. Like I said, this could be a kind of a multi-day thing. So I don't want to make any crazy decisions here after 5-6 minutes. Powell's in about 6 minutes here as well. These halts are boring, but things could get crazy pretty soon. Yeah, lots of volume still. Hopefully this is the base and we could see some crazy move here back to highs. Yeah, Charlie, for sure. The halts are nice to relax for a second, but you're also sitting here just anticipating a crazy move. Let's see here. We close at 8:50. I don't think that's correct, though. I don't think it's been a full 5 minutes. Any minute here, we should unhalt again. These contracts are unbelievable. The 57 calls have 4,000 volume. Volume doesn't mean just buying, right? Volume could also mean selling as well. It's just a transaction. So here we go, unhalted above 50. Let's see a squeeze, GameStop. There we go, 51. Above 57, that's going to put every contract in the money. Come on, big fella. Let's see something crazy today. 52.40. 52.50. Starting to rip here. Let's get above 57. 53. Almost 54 here. 54. Starting to get moving. 53, 57, 54 on the ask. See this get above 55 here before another halt. Ask is not moving. It's not halted just yet. 54.20, 54.65. Let's go, baby. This is it. It's a nice little turnaround here. We're going to see this get through 57. So we're going to pull it back here, 53.50. Almost 54, 53.86. AMC is unhalted as well. 53.59. I want to see this pop through 55 and then 57. 54.60. Beautiful, nice little buy up there. 54.50. 54.74. 54.90. A nice big squeeze would be awesome here. This isn't really a crazy move just yet. Through 55. Let's see. High of the day is at 65. They may have halted it again. Yeah, they did. Okay. Nice, guys. That's good. We're starting to see halts into the upside now, so things could get interesting. We opened up at 64. Well, we opened up at 60 flat, which doesn't make any sense because this candle, never mind. No, we opened. Yeah. Okay. So 64.83 is going to be the high of the day here. So this orange line up here, I have it marked out above 57. Remember, is where all the contracts are in the money. That's going to also help this squeeze, especially if people start exercising these contracts. Things could get interesting. So once again, we're just kind of sitting here waiting, but this is kind of where things get kind of crazy here, right? Once this thing starts moving up during market hours, squeezes start to happen. Big money guys, they got to cover. They can't hold on to this much longer. They know people want this to go to $100, $200, $300 a share. So they have to do whatever they can to hold it down, or they got to move out of the way, or they're going to get bulldozed. And once they start moving out of the way and bailing on this, we also have people coming in and buying this. That's where it's just mayhem. So keep that in mind. Really, all these retail guys, yeah, they're going to help move it, right? Everyday person buying a couple shares here and there. Yeah, that's going to help this move a little bit. What's really going to make this move is when the guys, the big money guys that are short have to then cover because they're having to move billions of dollars out of the way, which is going to help this rip, right? We got a $2 billion spike in market cap yesterday. So for this to go another 100%, probably another $5 billion got added on overnight. So, if we can get another like $10 billion, which, in the stock market game, that's really not a whole lot, especially for an event like this, we could see a freaking crazy move, guys. So roughly 110% move on this would put this near all-time high. I don't know that we can get that today. Maybe that'll happen overnight tonight, but we'll see. I would love to see a new high in the day on this. If we can start getting above 70, I think it's probably inevitable that we're going to go for that pre-market high at $80 a share. Or we just completely fall off a cliff here and we're done. Anything could happen. I'm just trying to give you guys all the scenarios and why they're going to happen. Don't panic. Don't do anything stupid. I don't know what the 57s are at. Thank you, Duck. Yeah, if you guys want to join in my coaching corner. Plug back up to 426. Tesla fell back down to 175, so I'm glad I stayed away from that stuff. Powell did just start talking, though. So market's falling off, but again, the overall market isn't going to play that big of a factor into this, if any. We're in a world of our own here with GameStop and AMC. Where is AMC here? AMC back up to 1040. See, Walter Bloomberg, GameStop research inflation expectations. I do think that there's still a ton of short interest on GameStop, which is obviously a big reason why we're squeezing here. Connection check. I see you, Charlie. All the big guys going on CNBC. Former SEC chair. Here we go. We're open. 56.45. Let's see this pop through 57 here. Pull back down to 54. Back to 55 on the ask. I don't like to see that. I want to see this get through 57. That's going to be a really key level here for us. Nice buy up there, 55.89, 56. Back under 55. I want to see something crazy here. Through VWAP, through 57, and through 60. Lot of area here to help this thing really get going. Still trying to hold 55 here. We got to get through 57, though. 55.70. Still not halted. It's real stagnant. I was hoping for some cleaner moves here. 54.46. 54. Starting to drop here a little bit. $53.50. Come on, GameStop. That can't be it. Starting to struggle here. Not halted yet. Halted. Oh man, this is just crazy. Thought we'd see a little more than that. What do you guys think? Do we see 60 or do we fall back down in the 40s? Yeah, it was 2021. Yeah, I mean, I would love to see that again, Stickman, for sure. I just don't know. Right now, it's not acting very well. Who's got a mic on, Charlie? Thank you. Yeah, Stigro. That's exactly what I was saying yesterday. Pre-market is typically the big moves. After hours, not really. But pre-market is the move, and we saw an example of that today. So if you guys ever see another scenario like this, understand that if you really want to catch a big move, you kind of need to be in overnight. But could that big move be against you? Yeah, of course. Yeah, there's always going to be more like this, right? I mean, it took 3 years for this to happen again, but um, it they come around. Come on, GameStop. Let's see at least 60. I want to see some madness here. This is boring. AMC, yeah, bounced a little bit. I want to see GameStop get through 57, then 60. That's what could really trigger something here. If we fall back down, I kind of hate it. I was hoping to see some craziness here. IV came all the way back down 164%. What does this one say? This says, oh, wait. This is 545. Maybe it's on the halts that Interactive Brokers brings it down. Just struggling a little bit here. YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, you guys can ask questions as well. See a lot of you guys on X. Just a waiting game right now. Powell's talking as we speak, so really not much going on my normal stocks I like to trade. Bitcoin at 62. NQ starting to bounce a little bit here. Any minute here, we should get this. As long as we can hold above 50, I'll be happy. But I think that we really got to get moving soon here before people start losing hope. Unhalted. Above 53, 53.80, 54. Nice move there. That's aggressive. I want to see candles like that. 55, 55.15. I want to see aggressive candles just like this. We got to start getting through 57 and 60 here. These slow candles aren't going to make people freak out. We need to see aggressive buying come into this. 55.50. 55.30. Come on, another nice candle just like that one through 57 would be great. This is taking a little bit too long. 55.30, 54, starting to pull back a little bit here. Come on, GameStop, let's go. Make this exciting. Back to 55. 55.16 here on the ask. 55.72. Here we go. Let's see something quick. Nice strong candle through 57 is what I'm looking for. Back under 55. Not great. I do sound like an auctioneer, huh? It's not really worth looking at the candles for me. I'm just looking at the bid and the ask here. Back down to 54. Don't like that. 53.60. Dropping a little too hard here. Under 53 now. 52. Back up. Nice little buy up there. I'm telling you, we got to get through 57, and I think that's where things are going to get crazy. 54.50. I like that buy up there. 54.60. 72. 55.50. Beautiful. Nice move there. You can tell they're struggling right here at this 57 mark. They don't really want it to get above that because I think that'll gamma squeeze the contracts. Struggling here at 55. $54.94. 78. Come on now. It's just not moving well. Still no halts. Come on, GameStop. Volume starting to die out a little bit. I would like to see volume come into this. Today is probably, the job for these big money guys is to try to get this down as far as they can. So overnight, they don't get blown out again. So if they can hold this up throughout the day, it's going to put a lot more pressure on them overnight, which is where we could see that next squeeze. But I would like to see something happen here early on, or already 45 minutes into the day here. One side's going to win. Back to 55. Like to see a really strong candle come back into this. These are a little too stagnant for my liking here. Back under 54. $54.40. Still no halt. I like how it's giving them some time. $54.76, $54.89. Come on, GameStop. Let's do it here. It's kind of coiling up here. I mean, I don't want to ever draw patterns on something like this, but I hope you guys are noticing something like that. Got to see a rip here soon. This is all just kind of a psychological move here. It's giving people time to get in, though. Back under 54. Market's selling off, but again, NQ really isn't going to do much to this. This isn't very exciting. One side's got to win, right? One side has to win the day here. 54.80, 54.88. Let's get above 55 here. So, I mean, as you can tell, 55, 57, and VWAP, and then 60 are going to be the key levels here above. $50 is going to be one to the downside, but to me, the downside levels don't make a whole lot of sense because it's just going to be sell off. Maynor, yeah, I mean, for sure, especially if they're losing billions, but they're going to be focused on this here. They're just holding it in this $2 range here from 53 to 55. So just waiting for one side to break through here. Then that's probably where we, that might be where we could see something like this. Well, that's not what I want to do, but you know what I'm saying. Through here, through 55, 57, and 60. Here we go. 55 on the ask. Got to start breaking through that hard. Want to see volume really come back into this. Volume starting to spike a little bit. Not nearly as much as I would like to see. I want to see over 1 million volume here start coming in. There we go. 355. Beautiful. Nice candle there. Big pull down there. Look at that. Man. Some sellers up there above 55. So right now, this is kind of what we're running into. Nice buy up. I think there's going to be more people wanting to buy into this for another move higher than people wanting to short this and get out. It's the big money guys that want this to come down, but we're also fighting billions of dollars here. So $54.66 here, still no halt. Come on, GameStop. Let's see something fun. Under 53 here. It's not good. Candles are actually moving faster than the bid and the ask. Colamp, I don't know what you're trying to do. Are you trying to buy a contract, or are you trying to do a straddle, or what are you trying to do here? Under 53. This is just craziness. I don't want to see them give up 52. They're starting to. IV 680% here. They just halted this down. That's not great, guys. I don't necessarily care what this does. I want to see this give us some action here. I want to see a crazy squeeze. I think we're all in agreement on that. AMC halted as well. AMC starting to sell off a little bit as well. Here we go. Sorry, YouTube. How exactly do they keep it down? They're just gonna keep trying to sell stock, Jeremy. Just billions and billions of dollars, just trying to hold this down. But also, that's gonna put them in even more of a risk. Can you tell us which platform you use to buy these stocks? So what you're seeing right now, Bubbles, is Thinkorswim. So Charles Schwab owns them now, but Thinkorswim is the platform. But I buy and sell on Interactive Brokers. Anything on AMC, they're just halted right now. Nicola at 961 right now a share. They got to hold 50 at least, guys. You could tell, that last time they got it above 55, you saw how quickly they brought it down. There's just a lot of people that don't want it to get above that. Market's flying right now, too. So hopefully this can gap up a little bit for us. Seeing some people on the bid start putting orders at 54. $683.7% IV on this. Crazy. We're on our 7th halt here. Let's see if what's his name has said anything. Still nothing from him. The fact that 80 is the pre-market high is crazy. We're going to need over a 50% move on this. Bears and Crowns. Yeah, man. I mean, of course, you look at it now, hoping you could have gotten in, but this could easily have just fallen hard overnight. So it's just always a gamble. I don't like how they're halting this so much, but like I've been saying all morning, they're doing that, so it's hard on people like us. Look at this. This guy's hurting. This guy shorted 70,000 shares at I guess 13.35. Don't know. He's down 300K. Twitter is just going crazy. Breaking news: short sellers on GameStop and AMC have lost $5 billion in 2 days. Here we go, unhalted. Drop down to 50. Come on, GameStop. Let's go. Little buy up there off the 50. Got to get moving. Got to get moving. Here we go, above 52 again. 52.65. 52.76. 84. Beautiful. Above 53 again. Got to hold 50. That's the line that buyers got to hold here. Still trying to hold this under 52 here. Come on, GameStop. Let's see something crazy. Back above 52. Got to get through 55. We got to close above 55. $52.40. 52.60. Bears, there's so much going on Twitter. You just got to look. I mean, obviously there's going to be people like, diamond hands, hold the line type deal, but I'm just going to be reading the chart here. Beautiful buy up there, guys. Back to 53.40. Look at that. Above 54 here. Beautiful. Let's keep this thing going. Let's keep this train chugging along here. We got to get through 55 now. Pull this back down to 53. Nice little buy up there. Got to get through 55 here. Come on. Once I start seeing some crazy rip up through here, I mean, that's kind of where I would maybe try this, but guys, contracts are so expensive. So do what you want. IB is through the roof at 54. Another candle like that through 55, and it could send this off to the races. Come on, GameStop. Let's go. Back down to 53. Under 53 again. Nice, Geo. Back to 52. I hate how you get a pop like that and then they just kind of sell it off. You want to see them really get that continuing. We just need big money guys to just bite the bullet and start getting out. And that's when things are going to get crazy. 53.30 here on the ask. Come on, rip this thing. They may have just halted it. Nope. $53.40. I don't want to have to keep repeating myself, but just remember 55 is going to be that big level, and then 57 and then 60. So keep those levels in mind. You may want to draw them on your chart as well so you can see them. Come on, GameStop. This is your time. You can tell we're just sitting in this range, so one side's going to win. If they give up 50, this might be done. But if they can get this back up over 57 then 60, it could be absolute madness, guys. So we're just kind of waiting here. Trying to pull this back down. Back above 53. Struggling right in the middle of this range. One side's got to win. Want to see another real strong candle like we saw. Volume's just not really there. About 52.50 here. Another strong candle. We just need that. These are real stagnant. Bid and ask are pretty tight. This could just be a late day thing. There's another stream coming up in 24 minutes, so I'll stay here until that. 53.20 on the ask. Let's go. Looking for a nice strong candle here. They're holding 52 pretty well. We just got to see a strong buy candle up through 55 here. Seeing a lot of selling come in on the tape. What's up, Farouk? Come on, GameStop. Nice buy up there. This is a lot slower than I thought. I thought we'd see a little bit more action than this, but it's going to be quick whenever it happens, one way or the other. I don't know that buyers are just going to step out of the way. You know, a lot of people are going to be wanting to get in on this. So we're basically just fighting the big money guys. They want this down. We're trying to hold the line here. As cliche as that sounds, the longer they can hold this up, the more pressure is going to be put on them. Market's selling off a little bit. Back under 52. Come on, I want to see some buying. Maybe we just need a halt. This isn't moving much. There's really no reason to halt it unless they just want to do it to help them out. This is where buyers need to come in here. The market's kind of nosediving, so I don't want that to affect GameStop. It shouldn't, but it could. Under 51. Come on, hold 50 here. Probably going to give up 50, it looks like. It's not really what you want to see. Just gave up 50. They're not halting this. This is giving people a chance to come in and buy this. This is where you want to see buyers come in. That $50 level is going to act as a pretty nice support. Under 50 again. Back above. Chatbot, there's been about 5 billion in losses so far in the last 2 days. So that's why I'm surprised we're not seeing really any sort of move up here. But really, it's just today is a day where they got to just hold this, hold it, hold it, hold it. And then I guess overnight is where we're going to see the move, because I'm surprised we haven't seen it so far. Here we go, starting to drop it off. We don't know yet, Farouk. We don't know. Nice, Quench. Want to see this get back above 50 here pretty soon. I'm really surprised at this. I thought we would see a lot more movement. Need a roaring kitty tweet. That's what we need. Nothing from him yet. Need to get back above 50. $49.26 on the ask. Maybe the big guys want to try to bring this down a couple bucks like they're doing now to try to get out, try to save, a couple $100 million. Pre-market high is 80. So, there's still a lot of room up to that. I'm really surprised we haven't seen any upside yet. This could also help the squeeze here. It's trying 49.68, 77. Back under 49, not great. This needs to be a bottom here. I don't want to see them go much lower than this. Got a lot more people here, and they just gave up 48. A lot more people here on YouTube and Twitter and stuff. I'll say it again, though. We do have an in-person boot camp going on at the end of July. If you're not in the Discord, you may want to get in here and check that out. Once you buy your ticket, that money goes toward hotel rooms and food. And we're also doing live trading, live classes, all that stuff in person here with a couple of the traders here, me included. Back above 49 here. Y'all see there's a GME crypto that did 1,500% yesterday. IV's fallen off a little bit here just because there's not much movement. That's why I'm kind of waiting for this, just some spectacular move. But that's kind of hoping for a lot. This is taking a long time. I got about 15 more minutes here to another stream. So let's see what happens. Trying to hold it above 49 now. Got to get back above 50. That'll put that pressure back on them. Yeah, TK, they've been moving. Come on, GameStop. Let's keep going. Just need some shorts to start moving out of the way. Once that big money starts having to cover, that's when things can go ballistic here. We're just waiting. I don't know if that's going to happen overnight. I don't know when that's going to happen because we obviously saw a massive squeeze last night and this morning. AMC halted again. Okay, I wonder if they halt GameStop. Would love to see this back over 50 ASAP here. Dropping here back under 48. Got to hold this up. They got to hold this up. Under 48 here, 47.75. Back above 48. I don't think we'll see 20 Farouk, but I honestly want to see this just rip. It'll just be exciting. At some point, it'll get back down there, but right now, we could see another day or two in this. But they're really struggling. Again, I'm surprised we haven't seen much crazy strength to the upside. We saw it pre-market, and then since markets opened, it's been very stagnant, if not weak. Try to get it back up there to 49, failed. Another strong buy candle in this back above 50 would be great. You can kind of see that little red downtrend line I got. Let me change the color on that. This is crazy. It's just doing nothing here. Looks like AMC is unhalted again. We haven't had a halt here in a little bit on GameStop, but that's why they did all those halts early on. Give this a chance to fall back down, save those guys. So this is the time where we need to see people start really, really flooding into this. Back above 49 here. Nice candle. I would love to see above 50 here in the next few minutes. Got about 12 minutes here to stay. Any sort of pop is just getting sold right back off, which isn't great. You want to see continuation. I want to see I want to see a move like this. Volume's just not really there right now. Above 50 should really help this get going, but got a little bit of a wall there as well. Back under 49. Really struggling again. Look at this, under 47. Yesterday's close was 30, so we're still up over 50%. We're up 58% on the day. We were up, well over 100% pre-market. To me, this is a lot of manipulation here with all the halts. And they do it for quote unquote safety, but it makes it much harder for people to be getting in here. Wow, they just crushed this. Look at that buy up. Wow. Look at that buy up, guys. That's beautiful. About to be back at 50. I want to see more candles like that. That was aggressive. That means there's still people trying to hold this. But like I said, they're trying anything they can to pull this down to maybe save some money. But once they start covering, I mean, they're going to have to at one point, at least some of their positions. That's when things are going to get crazy. That's a big reason why I want to see high of the day. I want to see this really get some momentum here. Then they're going to get scared out. They're going to have to start moving out of the way. The longer they can hold this down and make it stagnant, the more that they think they're winning. Yeah, stick man, 100%. 49.40 here. Still fighting for this 49.50 level. Got to get it up there. We have this downtrend now, which could really help this get going. Through 50, through that downtrend, could get that back up into that 55 area. Every hedge fund manager is going to be going on CNBC saying, oh, this isn't right. This isn't going to last that long. Anything they can to try to get this thing back down because they're hurting. But that's kind of what the whole movement is about, to make them lose money. Haven't had a halt in a while. Above 49 again on the ask. One nice strong candle here through 50 could get things moving again. But right now, this is pretty boring. AMC 930 a share. Come on, GameStop. Come on, I want this to be the bottom here. Here we go. They're trying again for 50. 49.50 a share here. Nice. 49.87. Broke through. Nice. Let's go. I want this to be the turnaround. 51. They just closed that candle above on the 1 minute on above 50. That's beautiful. This needs to really get moving now. Volume spiked on that as well, which is good. Over 500,000. Pulled that right back in. Come on, get that back above 50. This is the stuff that you want to happen and really start putting more pressure on those shorts again. Above 50, we have this downtrend here as well. If we can just get a squeeze back to 55, that could be where things start going again. But, again, 55, 57, and 60 are all the nice levels that I want to see start getting broken. We start ripping 60. We have opening high at 64.83 and then pre-market high at 80. So I don't know that we're going to do all that in one day, but above 60 would be amazing. They just closed that back under 50. That's not great. $49.90. Back above 50. Just do it for like 1 second here. You can tell that this is a nice key level. Sellers want to try to hold it under, and buyers are trying to get it above. Back to 49. No bueno. I don't want this to be just like a lower high here. I want to see them really break this downtrend and get going. That could start solidifying and a move back up to the highs. If they roll this back over through lows again, we could run into some trouble. 57 is still the highest strike price for calls here. They haven't wrote any more. I got you, Aiden. Come on, GameStop. Let's get back through 50 here. Got about 2 minutes here, guys, until the other live stream. So at 11 Eastern, I'm going to have to shut things down. I'll be in the chat. So I'll go into options chat and I'll be typing stuff out. Well, Farouk, if something crazy happens, I'll hop back on mic. But right now, it's just stagnant. You guys know my levels. Write them down if you need to. 50, 55, 57, and 60, and then 80. So know my levels. I'll be in the chats. For anyone on YouTube or Twitch or anything, or Twitter, I'm going to be hopping in the Discord here in about 30 seconds. Back through 50. Beautiful. Needs to get running here again. Wow, there we go. There it is. I told you guys that downtrend through 50. Beautiful. All right, well, I'm going to end this here, guys. Y'all have a good rest of the day. Again, Discord, I'll be in the options chat, okay? We'll watch this together. YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, y'all have a good day. And let's see GME at 80. Later.